Hey guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Sylvia. I am a final year optometry student based in Nigeria, and you're welcome back to my YouTube channel. Welcome to Sylvia's Circle. So I'm going to be doing a series basically advising freshers, newbies, the new ones that just recently got admitted to the university. I'm going to be giving you guys the tips, the pros, the cons, every single thing that you're supposed to know before entering a university. So if you're about to enter the university, or you have someone that is about to enter the university, be sure to share these videos to them, and don't forget to subscribe, like and comment if you have any questions. So let's get to it. First off, we should all know that you are stepping into a new phase of life. The university is a whole new different life on its own. So one thing I would always advise people is to calm down. It could be nerve-wracking, you could be overly excited, you could be having a whole lot of emotions, but calm down first. Be calm. It's okay to be nervous, it's okay to have this whole lot of emotions, but you need to calm down. I want you to know that it's totally normal. I want you to know that it's not a new thing. You are just going into a new phase of life. You have had all this imagination of what a university is supposed to look like, how university is supposed to feel, the kind of flex that is supposed to be in any university. So it's totally normal that you're feeling all these emotions. First advice I'm going to be giving you guys, obviously, is the first step when you're about to come, the resumption. So now I'm going to be giving you guys based on the universities that you're going to pick. In Nigeria, we have different universities. We have the private, we have the public, we have the state university, we have different universities in Nigeria. So I'm going to be advising you guys on your resumption date based on your university. If it's for a private university, there could be a particular date put out for you guys to resume. There could be a particular date set out and be announced for you all to resume. But if it's a case of a public university or a state university, like in my case, your date is determined by when your list is out. What do I mean by this? This means that as soon as you see that you have gotten admission into a university, it's important, extremely important, that you start planning your resumption. Your name could fall into the 4th list or the 5th list or the 6th list. Now I'm going to use my school as an example. My school can release a list that's a 5th list, and then the next 1 month there's already an exam planned. So they are not really putting in mind the people that are still trying to come, the people that are still on their way. They could give like a minimum of 2 months, and then they will set up an exam. So it's extremely important that you resume immediately or as fast as you should. This will help you to catch up with lectures, settle down, do your clearance, get your matriculation number, and then calm down before you go into your academics. For people who are not opportune to get early admission, like in my case, you have to come in and rush. Be open to a lot of help, ask questions, inquire from everyone, so you don't have to go through the long process. Inquire from people around you, if possible. If you have family members or friends that are already in the school, seek for help. Don't be shy to get help. Every single person needs help, so seek for help. My second point is your packing. Packing for a university depends on the type of university that you're attending. Again, for private university it differs, for state university and public university it differs. Why? In private university, there's a probability that you will not get an accommodation outside the school. That means you may be assigned a hostel or a bed space to stay. So in this kind of case, there are limited things that you cannot bring along with you to school. In example, there are some universities that don't allow cooking equipment. There are some universities that doesn't allow some kind of equipment to be brought into their premises. So you need to know the kind of university that you are going into. In my case, a public university, there are some hostels still that do not allow utensils. So one thing I will advise you as a public university is that you should pack just your outfits, pack your clothes. Have in mind that you are going to be attending lectures Monday to Friday. Have in mind that there are some courses and some departments that will not have a uniform. There are some that may have a uniform, but some will not have a uniform. So pack very comfortable clothes. I'm talking about jeans, I'm talking about polos, I'm talking about shirts, I'm talking about like basic skirts. Pack enough clothes. This is because you're going to be having lectures from Monday to Friday, hours of lectures. So you have to be comfortable. You have to be comfortable in any way that you can. So pack your clothes and come. That's basically what I'm trying to tell you. Then hold on the utensils and the groceries. Go and examine the environment that you are going into. Go and know, okay, what is suitable here, what is acceptable here. Once you know that, then you can bring in, or you can tell them to send, or rather tell them to send the money that you are supposed to use and get your utensil. You know, this is better and more helpful. Me, in my case, I already had my cousin here, so my cousin helped me to assess the room, assess my space. I was going to be squatting with her for a particular time, so I came in with her, and then I settled down and they sent in my stuff. So like I said, it depends on the university that you're attending. Now, for a private university, there's a possibility that you will not be allowed to go out after you come in. Nigerian private universities, hi, collect yourself. There's a possibility that you'll not be allowed to go out after coming to the university. What would be my advice for you? My advice for you is to just get every single thing that you need to do. Inquire. Private universities, they will tell you everything. So they will tell you, okay, is cooking allowed? Is it going to be something that is going to be a restaurant or a canteen? They are going to give you all that information. Now all you need to do is to pack up your basic things, pack up the things. If groceries and other things are contraband, then you leave it behind and then you go to school. But pack very comfortable clothes. That is the advice. Very comfortable clothes. The third thing, I'll be talking about your accommodation. Now, in some universities, it's going to be optional for you to pick wherever you want to stay. Now, one thing I'm going to advise is that stay around your fellow freshers. This has its advantage, this has its disadvantage, but it's important that you are around your people, around the same people that are going into the same phase with you, the same people that understand how you are feeling at that particular time. So it's important to me that you stay around your freshers, the same freshers. Now, what are the disadvantages? Disadvantages is, in the case of hostels, it could be messy. If you're to stay like maybe in the freshers hostel, it could be messy, it could be crowded, it may not be comfortable. But at least for the meantime, let's say 1 year, for a 1 year period, you can just manage and try to stay. This is important because you're going to be surrounded among your course mates, your level mates, you understand? So it doesn't expose you to the unnecessary things that are happening around the higher levels. You understand? You get to be around people that you can talk to, your course mates that you can get advice from, that you can get notes from, that you can get the way that they did their clearance quicker from. So all those clearance tip and everything, who are you going to get it from? It's obviously the people that are going through it right now. That's your course mates. So it's important that you stay around them. I know it may not be like a big deal, but coming from someone that missed a test because she wasn't talking to her course mates, yeah, this is the advice I'm going to give you. I had an issue with a course where my CA was nowhere to be found. Why? Because I did not know when they were taking the test. Why didn't I know when they were taking the test? I did not have a friend till my 200 level. I wasn't around my course mates. I was around my cousin and her friends who were like levels higher than me. So I was very comfortable there. I did not socialize, I didn't talk to anybody, so it really affected me. And when I came out from my shell, it was really hard for me to adapt to, it was really hard for me to blend. The last advice I'm going to be giving you, you are at the university, bruv. There is no limits, there is no restriction no more. There's freedom, there's a whole lot of things, there's free will. This is where discipline comes in. This is where a test of your true self, of your true discipline comes in. One thing I'm going to advise you, that if you should have a level of discipline, you are bound to survive. Being a fresher can be uplifting, it can be fun, it can be a lot, but it can also be dangerous. People tend to forget that they are coming into a new place. They're supposed to study how things are being done here. They're supposed to study how lecturers, work, how assignments are being done, how projects are being submitted, but they do not. They just want to look at the fun part of being a university. That's one thing I'm going to tell you that you should take note of. You are not mandated to attend every class, but you should know which to attend. You are not mandated to be in every study section. You're not mandated to be in practicals. No one is going to take attendance, or some people may take attendance, but no one is going to drag you to school. No one is going to wake you up to be in school by 8 a.m. dot. You have to do that by yourself. You have to prioritize your studies, because that's your primary assignment for coming to university. Know your focus. Know what works for you. There are some people that attend lecture for some particular period and then they read from particular period, they combine it. There are some people that attend just lectures and then they pass. There are some people that like to stay on their own, but know the kind of thing that would be suitable for you. Not everyone is the same. In a case where I'm attending a public university, it can get extremely frustrating attending lectures, because you can see what's it called, overcrowding in the lecture hall. They will combine departments, so it can be a whole lot. So my advice is that get a friend or maybe a coursemate that usually is always on time, because that's what I did. I had a friend who was usually always on time, so the person is always in the front. So when I come into class and it becomes overwhelming, it becomes a whole lot, I just go to the person so the person can teach me what she understands, and then I add up what I read in the library. That's what helped me. Now, because of this overcrowding that could happen in some universities, some people tend to lose focus, or some people get frustrated and then they just leave it and they do other things. But I'm telling you, this is a road to failure. It's extremely easy to lose focus. So have your plan, stick to your plan, adapt if needed, and get what you need to get and go to the next level. What people are not aware of is that being a fresher is extremely tricky, and some people tend to get lost in the whole process. But you need to stay put, stay focused, know yourself, so that you don't easily be swayed away. Next point I'll be addressing is look for advice. I know this sounds cliche. Your parents have already given you advice, your siblings have given you advice, your aunties and your uncles, if you are from a Nigerian home, has given you advice, and now you are still going to look for advice. Yeah, someone like me will be fed up, and I understand, but it's also important. I really miss this as a fresher. What do I mean? I'm saying when you get into the university life, you would have senior colleagues, let's say those who just finished as freshers, 200 level students. Look for them and ask them, how did they cope? Look for if you can find the brilliant ones, the ones that are ahead in class, which I know sometimes it may be hard to find them, but look for them, ask them, how do they navigate? How are we supposed to how are we supposed to work with this lecturer? How does this lecturer operate? How does this department operate? This is important, because as a fresher, there could be something they call borrowed courses. That is courses that are not exactly assigned to your department, but you get to borrow it. An example, GST. An example for science students, biochemistry, medical laboratory, a lot of practicals. Failing those courses can really be a headache. So it's important that you ask the people that just finished. Last but not the least, know your stand, know who you are before coming into here. This is because a university is filled with free will, it's filled with a whole lot of experiences. So you are going to be meeting a whole lot of people, you are going to be meeting a whole lot of cliques, you are going to meet thousands and thousands of different people. You don't have to change yourself, or you don't have to succumb yourself, or accept things that you're not comfortable with just because you want to fit in. Why? It's because finally, I assure you, if there's one thing I'm going to assure you, is that you're going to find your people. So calm down, take your time. You have a lot of time. The lowest amount of time that you can study in Nigeria is literally 4 years. You have a whole lot of time. Take your time, navigate through it. We are all going to have different experiences passing through this whole university stage. Each fresher has their own different experience. Basically, take your time. It's all going to work out fine. Just take your time, focus, and remember why you are here. For Christians and Muslims, pray, ask God for navigation, and everything will fall right in place. I am assuring you that you get through it. I went through it, 1,000 people went through it, and you guys are going to come out as perfect as ever before. So So if you have watched this video to this moment, I just want to say a very big thank you. This is going to be a series, so we're going to be having different topics per week. I'm really looking forward to giving you guys more tips, more advice, more pros, more cons. So if you know anyone that is in the university, about to enter the university as a fresher, share this video to them. This will help them navigate and give them a heads up before they go into that scene. So I hope this has done a lot of good, guys. Be sure to like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.